Well, hey everybody. Hope your week's off to a good start. Welcome to Raw Tropical Living. I'm Jack, and my day started off spectacular. I'm on my third jar of watermelon juice for the morning. And it's going to be needed today. We're going to get hot. It's supposed to have a heat index of 105, so got to get that hydration. I'm telling you, I'm doing another hydration video here very soon. I can't talk enough about being properly hydrated. It'll change your life. It'll change your life. Anyhow, today I want to talk about why my raw food diet process works. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down there now and hit that subscribe button. Then be sure you click on the little bell and click send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. You know, I get asked all the time. I like to just kind of reiterate how I do this, my ways, things I think, whatever, because I get a lot of questions. I'm always getting these questions, and like I say, this is my process, just my process. I'm not saying this is the only way. I'm not saying I'm necessarily even right. Just telling people what have worked for me. And I'm always getting, do you follow this one? Do you follow that one? Who do you follow? Follow, follow, follow. This may be an arrogant thing to say, but I'm Jack. I don't follow people. I don't follow. I don't follow. I don't even like the word follow. I'm just not a follower. I never have been, and this lifestyle isn't any different. Now, that's not to say that I don't learn from people, that I don't take advice from people, that I don't take information from people. But as far as this whole following, you know, I think what most people mean when they follow somebody, they buy that person hook, line, and sinker. Everything that person says is authority to them. I've got a critical mind. I've got a skeptical mind. I'm always questioning, so I don't follow people. And that open mind has been my process since day one. Listen, guys, my process started the day I literally crawled out of a gutter. That's no metaphor there. I'm talking about crawling out of a gutter. One of the last times I was ever drunk, I'm stumbling around in a bad part of town in the city in Costa Rica, and got into a neighborhood. I don't even know where I was. I was in a blackout. To this day, I'm not even exactly sure where I was. I'm not even exactly sure what happened. All I know was I came to in a gutter. I know my shoulder was real messed up, and it took about 3 months for that to heal. And from that day forward, I didn't immediately get sober after that. It was about a week or two later. But from there, my process started. And from day one, my process has just been natural. I've just followed. I don't even know how to say. I don't even know if I've followed. I've just kind of stumbled where like openings have come. Imagine you're going through the jungle and you're just stumbling along and it's real deep. You're trying to get out of the jungle. You're stumbling through. You don't even know really where you're going. You're just kind of basically following these little very obscure openings. That's kind of how it's been with me from day one. And I don't know, maybe my mind was just ready for this lifestyle. From day one, I focused on the process. I didn't think anything about the results. I had weight to lose at the time. I had gotten a bit overweight. I didn't feel good, but you know what? I started all over. I scrapped all the stuff I had done before, and it became about health. So I didn't care anything about results. I didn't have a scale at the time. I wasn't looking for any particular thing. I said, let's just start eating healthy. Let me start taking care of myself. Let me start researching and looking into health. Not weight loss, not, you know, how to look better, not how to get a six-pack, but health. Repairing my body from 30 years of drinking, which scared the crap out of me. I mean, I knew that bill was coming up soon. You know how you go to the restaurant or you go to the bar and you run a tab. Eventually that bill's going to come and you got to pay it. Well, I knew the way I had lived, I was going to eventually have to pay that pay that tab. So, you know, ever since, the way I eat right now, it makes it where I can't answer a lot of questions because I don't overthink this. Now, also, too, let me explain, because I talk a lot about, and I've really been talking about it lately, kind of this, how I follow my instincts, how I listen to my body, how I follow my intuition. I don't want to be spreading some hippy-dippy message of, yeah, dude, I just kind of vibe my way through it. I've read, I've studied. I kind of go through phases. So it's not like, you know, even like I'm eating right now, and I can sometimes second guess myself on, am I getting enough? Is there enough variety? I don't really worry, because I know that will kind of shift on its own. I had a salad on Saturday night. It was really good. And I'm already thinking, after I get back from Woodstock, I'm starting to kind of feel like my body's going to want salad again, and I'll probably come up with a different dressing for the fall, something a little heavier. I will probably eat a little heavier food, not necessarily heavy as adding up a lot more fat, but I will add some variety back in there. But I just listen to what my body tells me. I give my body what it wants. I've learned some things this summer. I've definitely learned a lot this summer. There has been a lot of knowledge gained through experience this summer with this watermelon that I'm always talking about. One of the big things I learned this summer, and you're constantly learning. You're constantly learning. Even 6 months in, big lesson I learned this summer is how to structure my day. You know, and it's not like I went, not night and day, but it's enough of a difference for me to count. You know, used to I just ate whatever in the morning when I got up. Now I hydrate into the day, and I go with the juicier stuff. It keeps me hydrated, plus it's good for the digestion to ease into the day like that. So, you know, I do my juice first, and then I tend to eat a mango meal, you know, and I will try to continue that as much as possible, drinking water and eating a juicier fruit. Kind of getting in a different direction there, but not. It's all about listening, following, but you've got to get to that point. Now, in the beginning, once again, so I can try to kind of really explain what I'm talking about here, not like, you don't want to jump into this day one. Listen, now you can't jump into this as a beginner. Let me just clarify that. When I talk about listening to my body and following intuition, that's because I've studied a bit. That's because I've learned a bit. That's through you know, a number of years of trial and error. You can't do that in the beginning. I didn't do that in the beginning. I didn't just you know, see a couple of videos and go, oh, I'm going to go raw vegan, then just start kind of, oh, what does my body want? Your body will develop that intuition. Your body will get more of a sense of what it needs to eat as it cleans out. So another reason I like to clarify my process is I feel bad sometimes, because I have people that ask me specific questions, like they'll have something like, I get a lot of stuff on gut disorders or digestion and whatever, and I have to always remind people, I have flawless digestion. Even before this lifestyle now, it's kind of, you know, when you compare, my digestion was bad back then if I compare it to now, but it really wasn't. I didn't have bad digestion. I've always been able to pretty much eat and process whatever I would take, so I didn't come from that place, so I haven't had to deal with any of those issues. And as I got into this on my health journey, you know, worrying more about things that were after effects of drinking, like, you know, like liver, and there's a lot of different various cancers that people that drink long time can have. So I was kind of looking in a different direction. So I don't study things just for the heck of studying them that haven't applied really to me. So when people are like, okay, I eat this, 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 and this, and my stomach does this, or my digestion does this, what should I do? I'm like, your guess is as good as mine. I can send people in a certain direction, and always, 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 what do I tell you? Find somebody that has had the health issue that you have, that you're trying to figure out, that has had positive results on this lifestyle. Don't ask theoretical. Asking me is theoretical. Asking this person that hasn't had it is theoretical. Asking this person, even if they are a raw vegan expert, that's theoretical. You ask that person that has had UC, Crohn's, IBS, anything like that, and they've had, you know, they've maybe cured it, it's in remission or whatever, that's who you go to. That's the real expert, the person that's dealt with it. I kind of know that I know this video is just kind of rambling, jumping from one point to the next, but like I say, this is how it's worked for me. It may not work for you. I don't even necessarily want it to work for you. The point being, it's always about the process. Find your process. Don't do my process. Don't do this mega YouTuber's process. Don't do this person's process that has written a book. Watch all of them. Read all of them. Take what makes practical sense to you. Put it together and craft a way of eating that works for you. I don't like people that are gung-ho followers of anybody, because it tends to be, and I see this in a lot of different subjects, it's not just food, people that are now like, they follow certain people and they turn off the logic in their brain. Just because you follow somebody, even if you admire them, I admire people that I don't agree with. I'm never going to agree with 100% of anything that anybody does. So when you're just trying to be a clone of me, or a clone of this person, or a clone of that person, it's never going to work. And, you know, I don't think any one person has all the answers. So when you're just, okay, I'll listen to everything this person says because I like them. And yeah, and on the conversely, you hear one little tidbit, or you have one thing about one person that's sharing something you don't like, and you're like, yeah, I don't like that person because they say this. But they may have 10 things that are valuable to you. So the end is, it's all, of all the words in the title, it always comes back to the process. Find your process and focus on the process. Nobody's going to do this. I know I'm just flapping my gums because everybody, and you know, you got 100 pounds to lose. You're not going to focus on the process. I know. You're like, yeah, but I want to get the weight off. You'll still get the better result if you'll focus on the process. And that's always going to be my way. I'm always, until something presents itself in front of me, I don't just like, I'm not going to just like change my diet. I'm not going to change drastically what I do. And I'll finish with this. I think sometimes people have, like, some people start developing intuition, or they develop that inner voice. Then you have to get the trust. Now you have to trust that inner voice. You have to do what that, you know, you have to see where it goes. But anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful, blessed week. Peace.